Hey there guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Overwatch, and today of course we finally have a new hero in the game. It's not Roadhog. It's actually Brigitte Lindholm, who is obviously Torbjorn's daughter, and this is her here. Basically none of the items are currently unlocked, but yeah, this is basically what she looks like. She's in the support category, but she plays a little bit like a hybrid tank and healer. Basically, she has a 600 HP shield and 400 HP, but she does heal her allies more than she tanks because the shield isn't actually that big. It basically only covers her, so you can hide behind it a little bit, but other than that, it's sort of a personal thing only. Yeah, no items to speak of here. Usually they go in a couple of weeks after, but I do like the original skin. That's actually pretty cool. Not too bad of a design behind that. Anyway, we'll jump into the training ground and I'll show off some of her abilities so you can sort of get a feel of what's going on here. And of course, as is the standard, because we are on the PTR, we do have 190 ping, 189, so basically, this is her main attack. She has this rocket flail, which sort of does this weird little curvy animation, which you can hit multiple targets with. Looks like it does about, what's that, probably 35, 40 damage? So yeah, it happens pretty quickly, so you attack a lot of times by the looks of things. He also has a left shift ability, which throws said rocket flail and deals seemingly a lot of damage, but that might be because the bot was low. No, it does a fair old chunk of damage. Killing the boss doesn't take too long, so 200 HP hero goes down in maybe 8 or 9 hits. And if you use the left click ability, it's even less than that. But her main idea is that she heals people. So basically, her E ability heals a target up to a certain point. And if any healing overheals, so if you heal for more than their total health bar, it'll add armor to them, as you can see. It actually heals for a lot. So it's probably about 150 worth of heal. So you can keep someone alive pretty much indefinitely with something like this, as long as there's no massive burst damage. Like, we can heal the damage from the training bot, so that's no big deal. She also has this neat little Crusader style shield, and that's very cool. It's obviously not as big as something like Reinhardt's, and it does have 600 HP, as I did mention. So people will obviously inevitably try and tank with her, but obviously she's a support, so that's not what you're supposed to do. Basically, this is a personal thing. You're only supposed to use it when you need it. And also, when you do have your shield out, you can do a shield bash, which does actually stun the enemy, deal a bit of decent amount of damage, and also, yeah, it stuns them for maybe a second or so. Also got to keep these bots up, got to keep them healed. And also her ultimate ability basically gives everyone around her armor for a certain period of time. It sort of acts in a radius similar to Lucio's ability, Lucio's radius, and it keeps giving them armor indefinitely. And once the ability is over, that armor does last. So it's not like you just put the armor on and then it sort of disappears slowly or anything like that. The armor does stick around. It's not like shields that disappear. Armor just stays on, which is always pretty interesting. And it also makes Brigitte, sorry, not Bridget, Brigitte herself faster. It doesn't make anyone else faster. It just makes her move more quickly. And that's pretty much all the abilities covered, I think. She also has a passive that I did miss, which is basically you heal you heal your allies when you deal damage to targets. So if you can see these bots over here, they are taking damage. So if the radius is big enough, yep, they're getting healed over there. That is huge. That radius is insane. Look at that. So those two bots over there are actively getting healed as we're doing damage over here. All these abilities seem to be on pretty short cooldown, so it's not like you have to wait. Probably similar to, I would say, Doomfist in such a cooldown style. Basically, the cooldowns are all short. You don't have to wait too long to do anything, really. So yeah, the armor just builds up slowly with the ultimate and goes up, and you move a little bit faster as well. And once the ultimate is over, the armor does stick around. So that's going to be pretty good for pushing into different places. So once you try and push through a choke, oh, see your training bot. Yeah, once you're trying to push into a choke or something like that, basically you're going to be moving much faster, and you can sort of act as kind of an off tank, but also do healing as your team goes in. So it's very, very interesting. It's something that I'm not sure if the game needed. Obviously, I'm pretty sure people were more looking forward to her being like a solo tank, like a tank on her own, or something like that. But what we got is obviously very, very cool as well. I don't have any real complaints. It's just thinking like the possible comps and like ways to synergize with Brigitte that sort of worry me. Basically, you can just sort of whack 4 tanks on a point like you can do now with Lucio and Moira, but you can just get the Moira and the Brigitte and just sort of, you know, keep everything alive for ages, especially with the heal radius. You just sort of have to dope around, swing your hammer around a bit, and you know, you get lots of healing done. So that is probably a little bit of a concern, but with the changes to Sombra that got made in the recent patch, I think that was literally yesterday. That was literally yesterday. So basically, you might get hacked as Brigitte and not be able to heal people, but you'll still be able to swing your flare around a little bit. And you won't have a shield, so it'll make you very vulnerable, but you do have 400 HP, so I'm not 100% sure how that's going to play out. But you can always hack the Moira, and she won't be able to deal as much healing, but it'll be interesting to see for sure. And if the game does, if the meta is literally 4 tanks with Brigitte and Moira, well, I'm sorry. That is going to be certainly unfortunate for everyone, because no one likes tanks that don't die. No one likes heroes that basically live forever. It's not a good part of the game when that stuff happens, but, you know, we will see about that when it does happen, when she goes into competitive and once people start using her on the live servers and we're off the PTR with the dodgy 190 ping. Anyway, I think I pretty much covered everything here. I'll probably be trying to make a couple more videos on this today at least trying to get a couple of games down, you know, that aren't just 6 Brigitte or 6 Brigitte in a game, sort of no one ever dying. It is interesting that you don't heal yourself. Do you heal yourself if it's actually healing? So we'll get rid of the armor. This bot is doing literally 2 damage a shot to us. Right, so if it is actually HP, you do heal it. Okay, cool. Where did the... Oh. Maybe I got that wrong. Oh, that's because the armor sticks around. Oh, right. I thought she had 400 HP by default. No, I missed that. So she only has 265, it looked like? Or 265 HP? So I did get that wrong, actually. I will have to edit that out in the opening sequence. But yeah, that is actually pretty interesting. Rather than having the 400 HP, you've only got 265, I think, and you get 450 with the built up shields. But yeah, you do obviously get this cool little shield to protect yourself and your teammates with, which is actually very, very cool. But anyway, that covers the basic abilities of Brigitte, or Brigitte, as like whatever you prefer. I'm not actually 100% how you're supposed to pronounce that name. Daddy Jeff in the Overwatch introduction video basically called her Brigitte, so I'm going to call her Brigitte, because Brigitte sounds, it's a Swedish name, and it's not something that I am massively familiar with, so I'm going to go with Brigitte. But this has been a quick little video just sort of showcasing all of her abilities and, you know, what's going on with the new hero in the game. Anyway, this has been Luke from Less Than Average Gaming, and I do hope you guys have an above average day, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!
Looking for